Welcome back to the shop. All right, today it's getting hot. We had a pretty decent weekend where the temperatures dropped, but it's starting to get back up in the 90s, and they said it's going to get up to around 100 this week. A friend of mine, Josh, moved back from Colorado about a year ago or so, and he was nice enough to drop these fans off. They use these to cool their house. They're Arctic Cove. That's all I know about them. I've been running them. You can add water and ice to the side. They're like little mini swamp coolers. They have a swinging fan mode, and they have different speeds. And they're pretty nice. They're quiet. And with the water in it, it definitely cools, but I've never tried ice in it. You can see we're already over at 90 degrees in the shop. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. By about 4 o'clock, it'll probably be pushing 100 degrees in here. Once this metal building heats up, it gets ridiculously hot. We don't have hardly any shade as the sun goes down that way. So once we hit high noon, this roof heats up, these walls heat up, and it's just a brick oven in here. I can't get anything done after about 2:30 in the afternoon. It just gets so hot out here. When it's over 93, 94 degrees outside, it's brutal in here. So what we're going to do, we're going to run up the road, and we've got one of those ice kiosk places that you can get a bunch of bulk ice. I've never used it, so I'm going to go there and figure that out. And plus I'm trying to figure out a draggy. I bought a draggy for figuring out 0 to 60 times and quarter mile times, eighth mile times, all that good stuff. I don't really know how to use it very well. So threw the Yeti in the bed of the Elko. We're going to run up the road here and see if we can't get some ice. Got my draggy module sitting up there. I got the app ready to go. We're gonna play with the draggy and go get some ice at the same time. I don't think I've had a car as slow as this El Camino since I was in high school. But I love this thing, and we are definitely going to improve on it. We're working on improving the YouTube channel and trying to grow the channel and trying to grow this car into a good drag racing and drag and drive vehicle. So it's one of those things, but we're going to try to see how slow we actually are with this draggy. It's going to be painfully slow, I have a feeling, and we'll go out here on the main road and try to make an 8th mile little hit right here in Mexico. Well, the draggy was a bust. I got to figure out how to work that thing. I'm not operating it right, I don't think. And this thing's got a bad bog when you get in it. Out of the hole, the carburetor is probably too big for this little 283 with no stall converter. It's got, stock torque converter in it, I'm sure. It's really tight, and which is good for just cruising around with a little no power 283. But I'm thinking about putting a cam in this thing, putting some headers on it. I've got a little dual plane aluminum intake and a little Holly. I got a couple Hollies I could choose from, but anyway, we got the ice. We're gonna check these fans out and see if they'll cool this shop down. Just got buzzed by a yellow jacket or a wasp or something. Anyway, we are gonna load these fans. All right, so it's 2:30 in the afternoon. My goal is to get that thermometer back down to 90, which I don't think we're going to be able to do, but we're going to try. I'm going to open that other door up, and I'm going to turn that fan on, but we're going to take a temperature reading of the air. I'm going to shoot a temp gun right into that, and and see what the temperature reading is coming out of that joker. And I've also got, trying to find my thermal gun. I'm bad about setting stuff down in here and never remembering where I put it. As you can see, everything's junked up. When you're working by yourself, there it is, things get junky. So the floor reading, oh man. Okay, never fails. Batteries are dead in that thing. I've got another one around here and I can't find it either. So we're gonna go to the Fluke. My Fluke meter will do, it's got a temperature setting, see, Celsius and Fahrenheit. It's 33 degrees Celsius for you guys that are on that system, and it is 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Just standing here, 91. We're gonna, this is how I check air conditioning vents in cars when I'm charging the air conditioning up, checking the system for performance tests. So I'm doing this left-handed, I'm right-handed. Why am I, all right, so I just got my lead sitting right in front of the fans where they're oscillating back and forth. It's 92 degrees blowing out of there. So I mean, it feels cooler than that to me, but it says 91 now. That's on low fan speed. I mean, we can kick the fan speed up. That's high fan speed. It's probably going to be just as hot, and it is. It's not cooling off any. I'm going to kick the fan speed back down, and we are going to bring some ice in here, and we're going to put some ice in that chute and some water, and we're going to see if our 92 degrees, turned off for now, cools down any. And so we got 92 degree air floating around in this building right now, which right now it's not that bad to me in here. Once I start working, I'll get pretty hot, but if I can keep it under 90 in here, it's a whole lot more comfortable. And if I can get, when that is at 80, you can manage in here. You can see I've got one on both walls. They read about the same. That one's about 10 inches off the wall, so it probably does radiate a little bit of that metal building heat off of it, but it is what it is. We know that we got 92 degree air temp here. So basically, like the coolers people are putting in their hot rods on these power tours and these drag and drive events, they're putting a cooler full of ice with a fan in it, and they're running a duct in the car in their shirt or whatever to try to survive on these screaming hot days on these long drives. This is basically the same thing. It's just plugged into the wall. You've got ice, water, fan. It pumps that water through a membrane. This is the pump. It'll pump it up here and run it down with gravity through this, which is probably needs to be cleaned out. I'm gonna clean that screen real quick. And so that cold air, cold water and ice go through that, and then the air. All right, so the cold water runs down through there, the air blows across it and radiates through here, and you get cold air. So see how cold. Look at how the water runs through. It's just like a paper element. But we're going to take the screen off the front here, which I can't do one-handed, and clean it off so we have good airflow. I'm not going to clean that because it's super dry and it feels like it's going to break on me. So I'll probably just try to blow it off with air, and when it gets wet I'll try it again. Maybe it won't be so brittle when there's water running through it. I have to start transferring some ice into this thing. Use my big Bubba mode. Kiosk ice building, ice shack, or whatever you call it, gave me 21 pounds for $3 in the Yeti. I put every bit of it in here. You can see down in there. It's there, and you got a little sight window here. I think we're at the max. I'm gonna put a little water in it just to, so it'll have some water in it, so it'll start flowing. I expect it to melt fairly rapidly, so I don't expect it to last real long. This is my first time trying it with ice. Josh kept asking me, "You try it with ice? Try it with ice." I hadn't tried it, but now we are. I got a 5-gallon bucket of water here. I'm not going to put it all in there. I'm just going to use my cup here and get the ice wet so we can have some cold water moving through the veins of this thing, and we'll see. So we now know we're probably going to need about 40 or 50 pounds of ice. I would say maybe even 60, 30 pounds in each one of these, because I got this one here and the other one over there, which I'm skeptical on how well this is going to work. Anyway, I'm going to put a little more water in it. Alright, we got a pretty good little bed of ice water in there now. I'd say let's go ahead and, that thing doesn't like to stay shut. Temperature's still about the same. It's about 95 in here on that thermometer. Let's turn this one back on before we even turn the fans back on. Still showing 92. There's no air movement on this thing. Let's turn the power back on. We're going to hit the cool button. Is that turning on? There we go. Turn the cool button on, that activates the water pump. It's already down to, let me clean that screen, already down to 87. Wow, that's good. Let's get the swing going. Ooh, feels pretty good. Let's see, it's down to 85. I mean, within under a minute. It's 3 o'clock. So basically, it took me 30 minutes. I had to figure out how I was going to get the ice in it. I was looking for a small bucket and couldn't find one without oil in it. So I didn't want to put oil in the thing. So I ended up running there and grabbing my my big bubble cup. That's what I used to, when we'd go camping with our toy hauler years ago, and we had it. The camp spots don't allow you to drink beer. That would be my beer mug. So it's 3 o'clock. I don't think we're gonna lower that temperature. This thing is gonna be probably one of those. We've used the giant swamp coolers in some dealerships I've worked at in the years past, and you hook a water hose to those, and they have ice water that trickles over the back of those, just like this. This is just a mini version of that. And those worked pretty good if you were standing, if you had the thing pointed in front of you in your bay. Other than that, it made a gigantic humidor in the shop. And that's what these were doing last summer when I was running water through them only. They just weren't getting that cold. It's got 84 degrees out of it, so we got about 8 degrees cooler, but hadn't really had a whole lot of time to pump water. Yeah, it's barely pumping water. It's on max. I might need to put some more water in this thing. All right, it's 8 minutes in, and it's cooling. I got the fan speed on low. That's 2 bars, but that's as low as it goes. We got 79 degrees blowing out of there. It's not bad at all standing in front of it. It's a lot better than 92 degrees. So bouncing back and forth between 79 and 80. So we've got a about 12 to 13 degree cooler temperature than we had before. That's not too bad. We'll see how long. I poured the rest of that water in that 5-gallon bucket in there, by the way, because it just wasn't really moving any water. So we got 21 pounds of ice and 5 gallons of water in there, and we'll see how long that lasts. It's like I said, it's roughly 10 after 3. This is about when it starts getting, you know, insanely hot out here, and I got to work on this Trans Am, so I'm not gonna worry about that other one because I don't have any more ice. So I'm not going back down there. So we're gonna give this a little while, and I'll give you an update here in just a little bit.